Good day, everyone.
Welcome to the show.
So, for those of you that follow us on Instagram, thank you for one. But you'll know that we talked about yesterday how we have the SC400 back in, Paul's son's car. And we told you that if we got done with it, which is we just really have to tune it. It has an Audison 8.9 Prima in it. So we got it in today about 4 o'clock. And it was about 4 o'clock ish. All I know is I was playing with my Windows laptop, which most of you people know is the bane of my existence. And it has touchscreen, and I was trying to turn the touchscreen off. And in the process of turning off the touchscreen that I hate, I actually turned off the trackpad. So I spent the next long time, which I think I started that before. Anyways, I spent most of the time trying to figure out how to get it back on. I finally figured out how to get the trackpad back on. In the process, managed to figure out how to turn the screen off. Learning moment. The more you know. So
now you remember how to do it? Turn it on.
Yeah, it's in Device Manager and the human interface. Anyways, so the car is here. We tuned it really quick. We're not done with the tune because but we'll show you when it's done. We'll make sure on Instagram we show you this, because I know a lot of you were like, we started this thing like 2 or 3 months ago, and then it went off to get repaired. And if you would like to buy an SC400 with mild electrical problems, by all means, this is yours. It's got a great engine when it's running. You should own one of these. That's all I have to say. Anyways, so that's what's happening here in the Bay, but you don't care about that because you want us to answer your questions. Has it been a good week for you?
Yeah, everything's been great.
Yeah, that's a lie. Well, actually, this has been an okay week for you. You're a new man.
Nothing.
Yeah. Life is good. Yeah, you're free.
Good.
Bondage broken. Anyways, yeah. If anybody's interested in a guy,
just chill out, bro.
Anyways, don't forget, right now the IRTA 2 is on sale.
Yes.
$25 off using the coupon code HOT. We want to thank everyone that has scooped up these. This is the only sale we're going to do, guys. There will be no other sales. We tried to do a sale at Christmas time last year, and I didn't like it. It wasn't any fun. So this will be the only time this goes on sale this year. So if you're interested in getting one of these, there will not be a Christmas sale. Period. None. So
it would not be a Christmas sale, really?
Thought this was a Grindr app, but it's just the two sexy dudes in Florida selling used cars. Giggity.
Hey, man.
Okay, Hooney Tune. It's Boston Mike right there. All right. It's just hot with one T. There's two of us, but it's just hot with one T. It's not that hot. It's just hot.
So the next coupon code that you're going to do, what are you going to do?
Be hot. Actually, I'll just reactivate this code next year. But either way, this is the only sale. So I miss an SC300. I don't miss any of these SCs. These are like
you should put a Diet Coke.
Have a Coke and a smile and shut the. Anyways, get your questions in, guys. We're gonna have a lot of fun. And for those of you that don't know what an IRTA2 is, I understand, but this is the little device here. It's a 2-channel electrical RTA. It allows you to connect to a speaker, an amplifier, anything that has a sound output, 2 of them, and compare the 2 of them together as well as see what's going on. Most of the questions you guys ask are electrical problems with sound. This device will show you what it looks like. So you can head over to
dnftooldrower.com.
Check out some of the videos that we have on there. There's an Android app, so it is now Android accessible. So yeah, there's that, which is pretty cool. So pardon me.
Wow.
All right, let's get to it. We got a lot of questions I'm sure that you guys want answered, and I want to answer them because it makes the time go by faster. Hey there. Looking for a harness to add an amp to a factory radio, 2021 Mazda 6. Any suggestions? Having issues finding one. I can understand that. And the reality is you're probably going to have issues because it's not a very common car. However, here are the comment. Here are the top three choices for you, which is pack-audio.com and metroonline.com. Maestro does have harnesses. I don't know if it makes anything for a Mazda. It may, but definitely pack-audio.com or metroonline.com are going to be the two. If you already searched those, you've pretty much exhausted any possibility of finding it. But instead of just doing a blatant Google search, those are the two sites, Pack and Metra, are the two sites that will take you, because they're the people that make the harnesses. So one of them may have it, and that's where you want to start. Just got back from testing sister's car about a shimmy in the front. Nothing. Thought the brake pedal, bad tire, suspension, steering wore out. Oh, I mean, at least it was something small. You know, it wasn't anything, too intense. Before we get into the show real quick, I want to give a big shout out to Moscone-audio.com. That's right. I'm excited because one of the things I've been wanting to do is this area right here. I had this idea that it would look really cool and take all this stuff down and put like a giant Moscone like wallpaper here of amplifiers just like this, but all Moscone. And I just got confirmation yesterday that it is coming. Woo! Yeah. So we're going to have a whole wall up there of Moscone, which I'm excited about. It's pretty cool. But anyways, if you would like the best in the 12-volt audio world, make sure to head over to Moscone-America.com and check them out. Also, head over to Gladen.com if you really like some nuts and bolts about the stuff. There you can find even more information about them. Product that is featured on this is, of course, the Pro 830, which is the 8-channel DSP with 8-channel amplifier / DSP with 12 channels of DSP built into it. That means it has 4 outputs. It's AB class, staggered power. It's so much joy. Ooh, yeah, baby. Moving on. Question. Brian Mitchell uses the IRTA2. Yes, he does. And the reason why he uses the IRTA2, which we got a list of videos we need to make. One of the cool things about the IRTA2 is it has RC inputs, 2-channel RC inputs. So you can see left, you can see right. When using it in conjunction with a DSP, some DSPs don't have RTAs built into them, or they only have a single RTA, or they have a pulsed RCA, meaning it takes a sweep and displays something. You make an adjustment, takes another sweep, and it's really annoying. This way you can plug the IRTA2 into an output. So like this has 4 channels of output. So I can plug my signal into here, high level, and I can take 2 of the outputs, go off to the IRTA, and I can do all my input adjust while looking at it in real time on the IRTA2 attached to an iPad or an Android tablet. Makes things so much easier. We've done this many times using some other brands that just drive me nuts, or that the input RTA is on another page or something like that, to where it's not very convenient. So using it when tuning or when fixing the high level input into your RTA is fantastic. And that's why Brian uses it, because of that. Moving on. When's the Android IRTA2 video coming out? That's a good question. We should probably shoot that next week. I do have some time late next week, so I will. It's definitely on the docket. We need to do it, so it'll definitely be next week. Promise. Yeah, go ahead. What subwoofer system would you recommend for my rental car, and how many kilowatts? It's a rental car. You probably want something cheap. I'd probably go with like a Rockford P310 or something like that. Need a simple 8-gauge kit, run a power wire, tap the rear speakers, hook it up, and done. Don't have to run the bass knob. Yeah, or you can. What I'm saying, you just drape it across the seat. But yeah, that'd be a fun one. Dean, soon to be adding the DSR1 to my 2023 Charger, as you suggested. Any special I need to pay attention to? Yeah. So when you flash it, you're gonna plug it in. You're gonna flash it. On the first page, there's 2 flashes, and the pages scroll down, just like you're seeing my hand right now. And you can kind of see it. Make sure on the first page you scroll up, and it says reflash device something. It's basically the Bluetooth chip in it. Make sure you do that before you do anything. Flash that first. It'll flash it. It takes a couple minutes, and then it'll go to a screen. Would you like to resync? And then you say yes, or reinitialize, or whatever it is, and it'll take you back to the same page, and then proceed with flashing the unit. The other thing too is that you also want to check to make sure it's up to date on the Rockford side of things. So you have to have the iData app and the Rockford app both installed on your Windows computer in order to update it. And you can go to their website, and I don't know what the current version of it is. It might be up to date, but I always check and do that last. So do the whole iData setup and then do the Rockford update for the software on it. Other than that, yeah, it's real simple. Piece of cake. They're going to force me to learn these stupid Windows machines. I saw a dial selector for a DSP Pro, but I'm not sure if it will work with the Blackbird. Does it, or is the DRC the only option? Also, how does ARC's up mixer for rear differ compared to the Helix line? Okay, so the first question I don't really have an answer for because I don't know. I don't know the first part of the question. I'll get Brian on. We can ask him that question together, and we'll find out. Secondly, the difference between the ARC and the Helix is ARC actually, it just passes through the DSP. So it is doing like home audio style DSP chip as far as surround goes. It's extracting the main vocal. It's not doing some half left, half right, flip one out of phase, do some balance leveling thing. Now, the Helix does have the option to use the internal DSP. I don't think it's easily accessible. That is something more we're going to deal with as time goes on because Jeff is now digging deep into that and finding out. The ARC audio is way simpler to do and sounds really cool. So, all right, I saw a dial. All right, so I'm trying to ask. So I know the DRC is the option. All right, hold on. Let's find out your answer for you real quick. Where are we at on time? Okay, hold on. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. The dial selector, I think, is for presets. But is that the? Am I thinking of the Audison? So he's not going to answer his phone. He's not going to answer his phone. That's so sad. He's probably going to the bathroom. Oh, all right. We'll try back later. See if he answers. Okay, we'll save that question. Okay, moving on. Does Moscone have an amp that will provide 200 plus to 2 mid bass and 750 plus for a sub? If so, what cost range is it? So they make a 5-channel that is staggered power. The 4-channel is not going to do that. Well, yeah, you could do it with a 430, but you wouldn't do that with a 430. That doesn't make any sense. The 1 series doesn't have a 5-channel. I think the closest thing to that is going to be the 5-channel.
Yeah.
But it's not like you can bridge it because the 5-channel is a stagger power. It's made to do like a front stage upgrade and a sub. 5-channel. Yeah, that's the one.
How much power is on?
So this is the 5-channel, and it's a 4-channel, 2x95 and 2x185, and then 1x166 at 4 ohms. At 2 ohms, it's 150 by 2, 290 by 2, and 1030 by 1. So this is probably going to be the closest thing they have to that, because they have the 410, which is just a basic 4-channel amp.
It's 160.
That's 4 by
watts.
160.
Yeah.
But it's only 320.
But bridge is a 200.
Well, bridge is 320. So
there you go.
So it'd be 120 by 2 and 320, but it's not 750. So,
No.
yeah, those are really the two there. And
I mean,
all
just
right.
do 2 amps.
Well, the 2 amps.
10.
The Pro or doing the 2 amps would probably make more sense. But the Pro,
the
you
410
have... Oh, I didn't want the Pro. Hold on. Let's go to the zero. No, not the zeros. Let's go to the zeros. 4-channel. So you have the 4x130. All right, hold on. Let me go back here. So in the one line, you have the 4-130, which is 4x175. It's available in a 12 and a 24 volt version. Let's see, but I think that's at 2 ohms. So at 4 ohms, it's 130 watts. Bridge is only 350 watts. And then if we go back to the 1-channel, but it's a DSP. Is that a DSP? That's not a DSP. No, so that's not a DSP. That's just a standard amp. So the 4 to 8 is the DSP amp, which this one is going to be the same amp with the DSP. Now you could do this amp and you could output to any sub amp you wanted, and it has 8 channels of DSP, so it's going to have 4 outputs to go off to that amplifier.
In the Pros, they have the 1,000, no?
Yeah, they both have a 1,000-watt mono amp. Oh.
All right, so let's go back to
Hi, Brian.
Hi, Dean.
I have a question for you. Hold on.
Yes.
Let me do this. Okay. So I saw, okay, so this is a question, and he says, I saw a dial selector for the DSP Pro, but I'm not sure if it will work with the Blackbird. Does it, or is it the DRC the only option?
There is no DRC. It's the LR1.
It's an LR1. Okay. That's the controller, right, with the display screen?
And the LR1 works with all of them.
So the LR1 works with everything from ARC.
All the Pro stuff.
All the Pro stuff. Right.
Yeah, current, anything current.
Okay. But that's really the only controller you have, right?
No. Well, the controller, you can use the PSC for a Blackbird.
So you can use
those are 2 different things. The
what's
controller,
Yeah.
PSC is the full controller that has volume preset.
Oh, that's the big thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
The LR1 is assignable, so you can assign it to be whatever channels you want.
Oh, that's like the bass knob.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so the LR1 is the small little bass knob, and then the
But it's not just bass knob. You can use it for a master volume.
Correct. Right. It's assignable.
So, you say it's a bass knob, then that's all they think it is.
It's not just a bass knob. It's an assignable level controller.
Correct.
LRC, level remote controller. Maybe? No? I don't know. I don't either. Acronyms. Brad was drunk that night. Anyways, that was it. That's all we had. So there's no selector DSP. Cool. Okay.
Yep.
And if they have more questions, they can just reach out to you.
Yep.
You're the best. Thank you, Brian.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
That's all I got for you. You can always call Brian at arcaudio.com or just go to there, get their phone number, and talk to Brian or Brad with your hopes, dreams, and wishes. And they will listen. And they might tell you, just wait. Just wait. Okay. Moving on.
Okay, so we respond that one, right? The Moscone one?
Yes. I think we got that one.
So we decide.
Are there any large screen head units you know of that you don't need an HDMI cable to broadcast or mirror video to from a linked phone? Yes. Yes, there are. So if you have an Android phone, this is a possible thing because Android has sharing that way. What it will share, God only knows. But it's possible of doing that. The Kenwoods and JVCs both have that. Pioneer also has it. I don't know if Sony has it or not because it has an HDMI input. Now keep in mind, all these radios with HDMI inputs, you might be better off plugging a Roku into.
Roku, yeah.
Because the phones are all packed with DRM now, both Android and iPhone. They limit what they will beam across because they're worried about getting sued from the likes of streaming services. Insert your favorite one or least favorite one here. Whereas a Roku that will plug into the HDMI on the back will give you the ability to do whatever you want. So it would be a better move to do that. So then you can buy anything that has an HDMI input. Savvy?
Weaver Fan has a solution for the
If you're looking
Moscone stuff.
If you're looking for big power amps, I just go with JP amps for the DS4 or D4S and leave it to Dean to find a place to mount them. Please don't do that. Please don't do. Dude, we had a Mustang come in that had that 7 channel in it. That was like, was it the 7 or the 5?
That was the 7.
Was the 7, and I don't even like. He wanted us to tune it. He had a DSR1 in there, and we tuned it up, but it was crazy because like, yeah, it was dude. That thing was so big. I mean, if you look for a big surfboard, that's definitely it. Hey, this segment is brought to you by the fine folks at Arc Audio.
Okay.
I don't know, right? It's what you do. Anyways, for those who've been following at home,
what did this thing has inside?
It's got sugar, man. You know I don't do well with sugar. Anyways, make sure to head over to arcaudio.com. Just check them out. Peruse the page.
Yeah.
See what they have. They offer a ton of nice stuff. I got to tell you, we've been getting some pictures lately of top secret products they're working on. We're super excited. I can't wait to unveil them. Hopefully before the end of the year, you guys are going to be like, oh my God. I'm excited. And they're right in line with what I would like too.
It's freaking cool.
Yeah, but no, I mean it's stuff I like. Ooh. Anyways, arcaudio.com, arcaudio.com. DSP all day long. Hey, Brad said you can use a rotary switch on DigiKey that would work to switch tunes without use of a PRC using multi-DSP. I tuned in late, so not sure the question Arc Audio DSP is referring. You're talking about the Tune 1, Tune 2. And that, yes, you could do that with a rotary switch. If that was in fact the question, Thomas, I don't know. But no, thank you. Yes. That's a cool feature that a lot of DSPs have that most people don't know about, which is a little trigger that allows you to have 1 tune, 2 tunes. So like somebody like me that has a Mustang, and it's a convertible, and I wanted 2 different tunes, which I never would. But if I did, I could do that. Or if I just wanted to have like talk radio tune and no talk radio tune. And yeah, so it's there. I mean, if you just have an aftermarket radio, you don't have to worry about this. Pro 110 and a Pro 410, and he's
That's
done.
what I'm talking about. Yep.
Hell yes, bro. All day long.
Yeah.
Boston Mike. You know, I bought a box of Boston cream donuts the other day, last week. And the whole time I was eating them, I was just thinking,
that's Mike.
It's Mike's head. I'm just crushing his head.
Wow.
It's so good.
Wow.
Anyway, one of these days we'll go up to Boston and we'll just all eat donuts. I have a Kenwood 907 uses wireless CarPlay. It seems like the Google Maps keeps spinning.
We're coming out to
major intersection. Is this a common or
wireless CarPlay?
Common? No,
I don't think so.
No, not
I think
at all.
you know what? I think it's one of the software updates that they recently
need to do?
done.
Is it?
Well, do you remember that
I haven't done anything
when Siri used to talk?
Oh, you mean
there
on
was no music?
This?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no. Apple broke some stuff.
Yes,
for sure.
That's my point.
And so did Google. So basically, right now there could be an update coming. I don't think there is one now. If you've checked to see if there is an update. Secondly, what you want to check is where you put the GPS antenna. Make sure it hasn't. If you have it in the dash, make sure it hasn't fallen behind something. If you can tuck them in the dash, but you want to make sure they're up high to the dash pad. So it's like you don't have to put them out on the dash. It's not necessary, but they do have to be high up on the dash pad so that they will get the best view of the sky. Putting it up towards the front is usually better. There again, if it's never done it and it's recently started doing it, that's a software thing. And everyone is going to be pointing. It's Google's fault. It's Apple's fault. It's Kenwood's fault.
No, I think normally
but
people
this
are like
becoming,
that's Kenwood's fault. But
this is definitely becoming more and more of an issue that we're noticing. I had a guy today come in and he has the problem where when you're using maps and you're a mile away, it's like you're driving on the road, but you're driving through the water.
Ow.
You'll live. So, yeah. Anyways.
What's up, Frank? Okay, Dean.
What?
What do you think about Ryan Bringing back the USA, man.
I think it's the dumbest thing ever, okay? I mean, let's just call it what it is.
They made in the 80s, bro. It's the price is what?
What?
No way.
Yes, I told you the price was.
No.
Yeah, I told you it was $2,200. You thought I was joking?
With $2,100,
I could buy
$2,200.
I could buy that. Not the purple thing, the thing above it.
That one right there.
Yeah. And yeah, exactly.
Dude. Come on, bro.
Listen, I think it's a great idea, but I don't know for who, okay? Because they're spinning a lot of heels, they're hiring a lot of people. Old guys like myself are the only people that even know what Orion is anymore or care enough. Because, you know, for a moment there we had the bass head guys where, you know, you had the big HEC subs and the giant, you know, Brazilian style amplifiers, and it was owned by a place down in Miami, and it was fun for a minute, right? Because, you know, the basketball short wearing crews were all out there with their big gulps, and it was awesome. And like they made an amp that was like this long, and I was like, oh my god! I want
So
one
this
of
is a
those.
mono amp.
No, it's stereo. It's 2-channel.
Okay.
It's 2x100. Yeah. So I know. So to me, this is dumb. I hope I'm wrong. I want to be wrong. I want to be so wrong. I really do. But I don't think I'm going to be. I think it's just going to be stupid. So
Hopefully they have a good technology that we can use in these modern cars, right?
no, it's going to suck. I'm telling you, it's going to suck.
I'm
I'm putting $5 on it right now. It's going to be dumb. It's gonna be dumb.
No. I put 20. That's gonna be dumb.
Okay, so there you go. I feel it's gonna be dumb. Yeah, audio. Oh, hold on.
I'm so sorry.
Audio bond flames, Fujitsu head unit.
The
yeah.
Arc Audio website needs a Yes.
Okay, so funny story. We'll end it on there. So we were in Indianapolis back when Chris Bennett used to work for Audio Control. And we all went out to dinner, and there was this little guy that came along with us, and we were like, who the hell is this guy? We had no idea who he was. This was Indy. Yep. Because we went to a steakhouse. Because Bennett was like, I want a steakhouse. And we're like,
let's go.
Okay. And I think, wasn't Jeff with us?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was the two of us, Jeff Smith, Chris Bennett, and this little short guy.
Wow.
Did he have the dogs? Or dog?
Of course.
Did he have the dog? Okay. I knew he didn't have Princess. It would have just been Chewy
That
if he
would
had
be
one.
Chewy, yes.
Okay. So anyways, we had no idea who he was, and didn't mean anything to us. So we sat down, and I happened to sit right across from him. Now, the odd thing is Arc Audio hadn't made it on my radar until just the weekend before. And I had spent a good hour and a half on their website because one of you guys had asked us a question about Arc Audio, and I didn't even know what it was. So I was like, and I was just getting frustrated to no end because their website was driving me crazy. So he sits down, and I said, hey, man, who are you? He goes, oh, I'm Brian Mitchell from Arc Audio. The first thing I said to him was like, dude, your website sucks. Not hi, not pleasure to meet you, just your website sucks. And that's basically the best friendship we've had so far. You know, so that's if you're ever, that's how you make a friend for life right there. You know, he lets you stay in his house, eat his food, buy him pizza. It's, you know, come bug him for 4 days, go to Disneyland. That's how you make friends. You tell them their website sucks. So yes, but no, that was how we made our relationship with Arc Audio. So moving on.
Good advice for Dean. You want to make a new friend? Just tell them suck.
Yeah, tell them it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. So Chris is typing back. Yeah, hello. $21.99 for a 2x100 watts. Yeah. Who?
Hey man, like I said, hopefully they bring good technology and good stuff. Hey, why not?
What kind of electrical do I need? So actually, that's a great question because you could do that, but what you have to do is you have to figure out. So you're going to need. There's a couple different ways you can do this, depending on the piece of equipment you're buying. So some audio receivers actually have an external power supply if it's a small enough one, meaning that the plug is a 12 volt plug. You know, we've all seen those, in which case you really don't need anything. Now, if it is a bigger home receiver, then you have to figure out what your amperage consumption is for it, and that's where you're going to have to get the DC to AC converter that will hopefully have enough amperage to drive your home receiver. Unless you know somebody that has an electrical engineering degree that can go in and bypass the AC to DC converter that's built inside of it, because there is one built inside of it because it all runs off DC. So he forgot to mention, I agreed completely. Well, I figured that was
because he said
no,
hey, I know.
Yeah.
I know. Our website sucks.
Yeah.
That's
what I said. And we became friends.
What do you want? A cookie? Hey, give him a cookie.
Yes, actually, I wanted a cookie. You know, I wanted meat on a stick.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want meat on a stick? But no, it was great. And then the next day we went and heard his car, and we've been best buddies ever since. You know,
that was like insane.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what the heck?
He goes, hey, listen to this. This quarter is going to roll around your head, and I have no rear fill. And I go, whatever, dude. And it rolled around my head, and I go, oh, wow, you're special.
Yeah.
You're a tuner.
That's magic right there. Okay.
What the hell?
Hang on. I'm going.
Okay.
Just...
I'm looking to upgrade my 03 Lincoln Town Car front and rear speakers. I will be using an Alpine ILXW 670 and a Scar 75x4 4-channel. Any suggestions? Yeah, I mean, Alpine makes like several lines of speakers that are fine for what you're trying to do. If you're looking for something a little bit more exciting within that realm, I would check out maybe some Kickers. Kicker has 5x7 components and 6.5, so it'll work in that car. Kicker would be a nice option. If you're looking for something obscure, maybe check out some Hertz DJs. But the only suggestion I would make is if you're going to go with the 670, for a little bit more, the Alpine, for a little bit more, you could buy the Alpine 4-channel amplifier. I'm just saying, it'd be a little bit more. I would go with the Alpine over the Scar. So that's just the only caveat I would throw in there. Yeah, maybe even upgrade to the 5-channel, and then you could do a sub in the back, which isn't going to be that much more than the 4-channel.
This is the joke for the week.
Is there a joke for the week?
Yes.
Tell a vacuum cleaner manufacturer their product sucks, and they will take it as a compliment. Creates a partial vacuum.
Right.
Yep. For my Bronco, what other brand 6.5 mids for kick speakers would be good besides Focal or Morel Maximos that are similar cost or less? So really what you need for the Bronco is you need a nice 4-inch in the top of the dash. You need a 6-inch mid base for the bottom of the door to make it sound good. You might want to check out the audio control, PNWs. Those come in. Those are really nice. They make a nice 4-inch that can go in the top of the dash. The problem is you're going to end up with an extra tweeter anytime you buy anything, which kind of sucks because nobody puts a 4 and a 6 together. But don't try to put a tweeter in the top of the dash. You'll be severely disappointed. It's a 4-inch, so put a 4-inch. Something like the PNWs, you could do 2 pairs of 4s. Because here's the other thing a lot of people want to do is they want to replace the back with 6.5s, and they're gonna go online and they're gonna order pods and put a 6.5 in the pod. And the reality is the 6.5 isn't gonna sound any better than the 4, even if you go in and do 4-scan to shut off the high pass crossover in the back, and it's got nothing to do with it. Ford was actually smart by putting the high pass filter on the rear speakers because the boxes are too small to actually put a bigger driver in. So even if you get a bigger box and put a bigger speaker, what you end up with is a bigger speaker in a box, and it still sounds the same as a smaller speaker. So 4 4s and some 6.5-inch mid bass in the kicks, fantastic. So the one thing you do have to keep in mind when putting the speaker in the kick panel, though, is that the Metro or pack brackets are going to be too deep. They're going to move the speaker out too much, and they're going to hit the grill when they move because the grills in the kick are flimsy as crap, and there's not a lot of room there. So you want to make your own. Buy those if you want so you can get a template, but make them no bigger than 1/4 of an inch. You could also just put the speaker on a piece of 1/4 inch and make your own. But definitely make your own brackets. I don't know if Sage has them over at Sounds Good Stereo for the Bronco. I don't know if they've done that yet, but that's what I would recommend.
All right, so this is...
And you can find those at audiocontrol.com. Audiocontrol.com. This wasn't an ad. This just worked out that way because it was like, those are really nice speakers, and
it worked out.
And they built that. Their demo vehicle is that, and it sounds really good. A lot of people like it, myself included. Okay. I was at a recent meetup, saw Brian walking around. Wanted to hear the ELR, but it's weird walking up to him. He's a celebrity now.
You can walk up to him.
He
loves that. You know?
The
like,
dogs would like it more than anything because
Yeah.
the dogs want to just, but
Yeah.
no.
And if he has the time
Listen,
and everything,
the joy of
give you a
Brian's
demo.
life, other than hanging out with the two of us, is showing off that car. It's so much joy that if you'd like to buy that car, he will gladly sell it to you. Just saying. I know, it's for sale. It's for sale if you want
We
it.
should put it out in here.
Mhm.
You know, now we become like a car dealer.
It's for sale. If anybody wants to buy it, all set, ready to go. Instant winner. World champion could be yours. If you'd
Have
like
a
to kick
caddy?
everybody's ass.
Do you have a Lexus? Give us a call.
Anyways, no, don't be afraid to walk up to Brian at all. He loves demoing the car. So if you see him, if he's got time, he will demo the car, the truck. And trust me when I say you want to hear these things are phenomenal.
You want to hear the truck?
Oh
my God.
Literally the joy of his life is helping people and letting them listen to his cars and everything he's done. He gets the biggest. We all do. We're just wired weird where we like to do that.
Dude, I hear this car for another manufacturer, and I'm like, okay, cool. And then I hear Brian's Mitchell truck. They had two-way, right? And I'm like, wait, what? It's no way. He's like, yeah, that's it. Just
Well, and you tuned it the other day.
Well, no, but my point that was like, oh my God, dude, that's very impressive. So if you have the opportunity to listen to the truck, listen to it, man.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
This will work fine, Gilbert. Yeah, that's a good combination right there.
Yeah.
So
hold
on. Mark says I put kicker KS4 in the dash already, and have the kicker 200 key powering just the fronts as the 4-channel. Very nice. I'm still debating on swapping the OEM 6.5 kicks out for something better. Buy a set of KS 6.5s. I mean, those are fantastic. You just asked for something else, so I went that way. But no, the KS will work. Yeah, that'll sound good. I don't know if it'll sound good, but yeah. Mike says I didn't think I'd be more impressed by anything Brian's Cadillac until I heard the truck. Both are amazing. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and then Brinkley, what's going on, guys? How's your afternoon? Phantom Chris, as he's used to be known as, formerly Phantom Chris, now known as just Brinkley. Anyways,
Mr. Chris.
Yeah, it's nice to hear from you. Oh, yeah. Brian replied back, always, just ask. I will always try to get demos done.
Yep.
Yes, it's what we live for, man. It's literally what we live for. Answering questions, demoing, whatever we can do. I mean, we're at one of these events. That's all we do. We walk around and answer questions and kiss babies and kiss. And if Chris is there, he's a hugger. He won't let you wear his hat, prick, but he will definitely give you a hug. He's warmed Fernando's heart many a times when it has been cold and he's in a shitty mood. I find Chris and I go, Chris, I need you to go hug Fernando for me. And he will bear hug he'll bear hug the Mexican out of him.
Oh, dude, it's just comfy. It's like, oh, wait. It's
nice. Hold on. Wait. I am no longer a Phantom.
No, he's not.
No, you're not. You're not. Huh? Sorry. We're going with the original conversation. The what if.
What if?
Considering. Anyways, moving on. It's just awkward at competition. Certain times they are judging, other times, listen, you still just ask. I mean, the worst you can say is, hey, man, can you come check me out in a half hour? I'll be more than happy to.
Yeah.
But I get what trust me, I get what you're saying because I'm like you. I don't want to bug these guys. Right. Some of the shows I've been to, I've had guys like, dude, you got to hear my car. You got it. I'm like, I would love to hear your car. And I'd be like, have you been judged yet? And they're like, no. I said, well, come find me after you've been judged because I don't want to be demoing your car and it breaks. And they're like, oh, okay. Because, that would suck. And I don't want to be, dude, I was letting Dean hear my car and my tweeter blew. Well, I don't know. He was railing on it, bro. Yeah, because it was my fault that you didn't set your crossover right. I met Chris. Thanked him profusely. He's great as well. Yeah, that's good.
There you go. See?
Oh, hold on. Cowboy Dunn. It's a dude. Listen, you want to know what we have in our plaza now?
It's a rule.
Dude, we have the for the area, premier
Yeah.
cowboy boot hat and jean company has just moved into our plaza, formerly where the restaurant was. They stripped the restaurants out, and we have the
rodeo.
We have the rodeo is in town, bro. I can get me a Stetson right now, and the boots to match.
Dude, those boots were insane, right?
Those boots are insane. I will not wear it because they don't have a 5-toe boot, but I'll get a cowboy hat. I ain't coming back to Texas. No one's coming to Texas. Anyways, moving on.
Here you go, Frank.
I wrapped him, said, "Happy birthday, man." It wasn't his birthday. He remembers me now. Hey,
Here you go. That's a good one.
I mean, you just walk away. Hey, man, you suck. What? No, I'm just kidding. I'm Bob.
Hi, Bob. Jesus.
Hold on. Back in the day, it seemed like no one wanted to show their secrets, and maybe that is still instilled in in our brains. Yeah. No, I totally get it.
Yes, I totally agree with that because I have plenty of people. Hey, what's up, Mr.
Hey,
Norton?
Joseph.
That I was asking questions when I started working in car audio, and no, Cowboys.
Thank you. All right, keep telling your story.
You know, I was asking Dean, and he's always like, "Dude, man, I mean, if you learn, the industry is better, right?
Yes.
Other than doing a shitty job, and the customer gets a bad taste of this industry."
Prime example of the day. Paul came over and he was like, "Hey, man, you know this guy down the street
wants to do something."
Well, he's like he had a truck, premium
truck.
audio. And you know, he's like, he found some shop that would do some crap for him for a cheap price.
Right.
He wanted to know what we had to compete with that. And I said, nothing. There's nothing we have that will compete with that price. And so I had to go out there and talk to him and explain to him what he was getting and why it wasn't going to work and really what he might want to do. And there again, it wasn't a sales pitch in so much as like, listen, before you make a decision, let me explain what's actually happening in this vehicle so that you can make an educated, purchase, knowing all the facts and understanding why what they sold you on isn't going to work, and then once you understand, then you can decide who's filling you up with more bullshit, me or him.
Bullshit.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's always that way. But yes, you have to, talking to people is what we do. I mean, it's just what we do.
I think you have to be honest, Yeah.
But I still like it. The best lines ever. The competition. We were talking with the guy. Miguel was up here. Miguel Rios was up here.
Yeah.
And we got to hear his truck.
Mazda. It's not a truck.
Okay, his SUV, Mazda SUV.
I mean,
T-Mark
get it
audio.
Right because the cowboy guys get
T-Mark audio.
It's a rule, bro.
It was Class D's because AB suck. It was my phrase. It was his. Anyways, got to hear it. Morel speakers. Those were some of the loudest Morel speakers I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Now I have hope. But he was like, yeah, let me hear it. And we were talking, and he was, he's like,
he's great.
And I said, listen, I'm gonna instill on you Fukuda logic.
Yeah.
Because like Fukuda told Cobbs when he decided to retire, how do you win an event?
Yeah, I mean, Cobbs went and say, man, listen, what's the secret? Tell us the secret.
The secret to winning anything is minimizing your losses. Okay, that's it. That is the secret to winning any competition.
And what did they say?
And they were like,
"You're full of crap." What?
But if you think about it, it's the truth. It's the truth. You have to minimize your losses in order, because there's points everywhere, right? There's points everywhere, and you have to get the. Yeah, Miguel is great. He was a wonderful guy.
I only get half a point.
You want to make sure you get all those points, man. Any competition you're in, it's all about points.
Half a point.
So
that's it. So
yes.
I got to work double.
You do have to work. You do have to work double. So
for the full point.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Get to the next question.
I'm trying to. No, we got sidejacked.
Oh, we always get sidejacked.
All right. I'm open a book. Demo all day before judging time, even the cause of forgetting to turn my sub back and before. There you go. Same thing, they always bring the cars to do demos. So yeah.
Oh yeah, no. When we sat in Joseph's car,
That was great, man. Yeah. Enjoy it.
Yeah, it was
like
it was a lot of fun. So
I get a golden star. Boom, right here.
Don't we all want a golden star?
No,
I feel we want
I
a
only
golden
get
star.
a golden star.
I mean, who doesn't want a golden star? Before we move on any further, I just want to take the moment out. If you are in industry, or if you have a favorite fan person in the industry, or it's that time of the year again, guys. We haven't talked about this a lot, but the of the year, MEA of the year is now. It's happening. It's available to you. So nominations open for the 2025 Mobile Electronics Industry Awards. So that's right. It's open. So if you want to go vote for an installer of the year, a trusted tech, a salesman of the year, a retailer of the year, somebody like a Joseph Norton that is a industry tech, these are all things that are now open to go vote for. So you can head over to MEAindustryawards.com or just type in MEA Awards and it'll be there for you. But it is that time of year to get that going. So top 50 and top 20 sales guys, and I still want to run for sales guy. Manufacturer, yep, that's manufacturers. Anyways, yeah, so check it out if that's something you're interested in, or yes, all of that. Ooh, what is this one? Oh, yeah, I forgot I did that one. That was the Moto 720.
720.
Okay. Yeah, good call. But it's that time. Focal. Every time I say Focal, the image that pops in my head is the Terminator 2 THX intro that they did. Did you ever see that one?
Mm-hmm.
Where it was like, and the Terminator exploded. You know, all the glass, all the metal Terminator guy. That's, to me, that's Focal.
That's Focal.
They need top influencer category. Yeah, it would probably go to somebody else. Let's be honest. It would probably go to somebody else.
I'm not tall enough.
Yeah. Matt Schaefer's already won. Matt Schaefer's already been installer of the year, and there is an unwritten rule that if you've already won the installer of the year, you will not run again. There's only, I think, been one person that has not followed the rules, but he has already been installer of the year. Brian Mitchell's been installer of the year. There's been a ton of them. I've been number dos, so first place loser right here. This guy.
Loser, there you go.
And as soon as I got on the board, I did away with that award, so no one else would win it because it's stupid. It's a very stupid award.
No number two.
I enjoy mine, but it's very dumb. So yeah. Anyways, I will not be running for anything. I don't think. Hi.
You never know.
You never know. You never know. You never know. I'm debating what speakers to go with. Morel Hybrid 63s, his favorite, or the Audio Frog GB 3-way active powered by Blackbird in my 2021 4Runner. What are the differences between both speakers?
Ooh. Dude, I think the GBs.
I think the hybrids.
No. I'm just saying. I think the GBs has a lot of mid bass.
Yeah, but I think the hybrids are just as exciting
too.
No.
I mean,
we never really compared them against one another.
No, I don't think we ever compared like.
Yeah, that's a tough one, though. That's a really tough one.
No.
I mean, the other speaker you're leaving out of this, of course, is just going with the Arc Audio RSs. Because, there again, it's a Blackbird. And that's what Brian runs in his car. You have probably never even looked at those because nobody ever talks about them. But just to confuse you even more.
GBs, Morels, RS.
So the only. Okay, so, all right. So going through this in my head, I want to say Morel only because I feel the Morel will be an easier installation. Okay, because the Morel tweeter is going to be the shallowest out of the bunch. If you go with the
GB 25,
you're going to have to get the factory. You're going to have to get the custom version that Andy makes. No, but the 4Runner, the tweeters, it doesn't have a spot for the tweeters. It's right, 3-way. 4Runner doesn't have a spot for the tweeters, so you're going to have to make something anyways. Because the 4Runner is a 2-way. It's a speaker in the top of the dash, and they don't make a cell panel or an A-pillar for that. So you're gonna have to make one of your own. In that case, it doesn't matter. Go Arc. Anyways,
Hey man, you're not gonna go wrong with either.
No.
It's those, all of them. They are nice. So
Yeah. Yeah, Arc Audio RS sounds amazing. 2015 Lexus RC with Mark Levinson amp. Oh, okay. What color LGDs do I need to use? High level from factory amp. Want to use an Alpine Optim 8. Okay, so before you spend $1, before you
already did
any money on this, okay, you need to do some more, get into the car and figure stuff out. So it's 2015 Mark Levinson amplifier. You need to know how many channels you're going to be using out of this before you do anything else. That is the most important thing, because let's say it's a 10 or 12 or whatever channel amplifier, an Optim 8 isn't going to give you what you want. So you need to know whatever channels you're going to interface into on the other side of it is what you're going to replace it with, okay? The other thing you may want to do too is, it is a 2015, so that's going to be a data connection between the two amplifiers. I would still check to see if the Toyota Amp Pro works on that, because it also works on a lot of Lexuses. So I would head over to pack-audio.com and see if the Amp Pro works on the RC with Mark Levinson. It may. Some of those do, some of those don't, but it's definitely worth the investigation side of it. But you need to know how many channels before you go out, because if you buy an Optim 8 and you need more than 8 channels, because remember, if it has a center channel, you do have to retain it, because it is going to be part of the system. It's an upmix Mark Levinson. So that is one channel that automatically knocks you down to 7 channels. So you got to check that. You also have to figure out, is the Optim 8 channels of input or 6 channels of input? If it's only 6 channels of input, you're not going to be able to use that piece. So that's the important thing you need to know. So definitely go out and do that.
okay.
Thank you, Fang. Okay. What do you got? It didn't look like it. Didn't turn on.
Oh, hang on, right there.
Oh, he has GBs in his Forerunner. Oh, hold on. Let me hold that one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put this one up. I have GBs. Alua, with that, whatever, makes pods for the tweeters. I love Radio Frog, but Miguel's your guy. He ran both. Okay, so there you go. Check that out. There you go. Okay, put yours back up. Dean, I have a 244 key. I can't make it sound good. With DSP, sounds dull, and without sound, sounds good. Tried many times, different positioning, the mic, but still sounds crappy. Any thoughts? Thanks. Two things, Gilbert. Two things. Dose. Depends on what kind of car it is. Keep in mind, it is an acoustical DSP only. It's not an electrical DSP. What that means, if it's going in something like a Toyota or something that has a really bad signal coming into it, you're going to still get a really bad signal coming out of it, because it can't correct the signal that's coming into it. That's why they make the key lock. In some situations, you have to put a key lock in front of it to fix whatever the factory radio is doing. Like if it's a Toyota, you definitely have to put a key lock in front of it. Some of the other ones, hit or miss, but some of these basic stereos are really messed up. So a key lock in front of it may help. Now, the simple fix right away that you could try tonight, when you could leave as soon as I tell you. What we do is we run it. Like right now, you've ran it. You got in the car and you sat there and you said, Now, go into your radio settings. If the center is off, go to your balance, go to your fader or balance, which is left and right, and adjust it until it's centered. So for example, if it's over this way or it's over that way, go in there and, 1 click, 2 click, and see if it puts it back in the center. Write that down. Then go to your bass and treble settings and adjust it until it sounds the way you think it should, meaning boost the treble, boost the mid, boost the bass, do whatever you need to do to where you think it's going to sound good, okay? Once you've done that, write those numbers down. Now, go and do the inverse of those numbers. So if you have to go left 2, go right 2. If you have to go up 2 on the tweeter, go down 2 on the tweeter. Let's go up on the mid, go down on the mid, go down on the sub, whatever it is. Make all those. It's a Hyundai. Okay.
Hopefully it's not the amplifier.
Yeah, hopefully it's not the amplifier. It's basic. You should be okay. Anyways, do the inverse of what you just done and run the test again. Okay. Now, before you turn it back on, go back in your head and zero it back out. See how it sounds now. basically what you're doing is you're taking its basic a logarithm that it has, and you're changing what the base is that it's supposed to be using it, and it's going to. That's what we do all the time. We do it all the time, so that when the customer gets in there and they go to the radio and they see it's all flat, they're happy. You could leave it just the way it was and it'll be fine too. But if you'd like to bake it into the amplifier so that you can go back in and add, let's say, some more treble later or less or whatever, you can do it. Make sure the compression isn't enabled on the key. Yes, the compressor. Good call, Sean. Make sure the compressor is off. That will really, at high volumes, diminish what is happening. Mm-hmm. It's a cool feature if you're like a guy, but if you're not, turn compressor off.
Also, check the settings on the audio settings on your radio. Make sure they are, flat, that they're not.
Well, no, you can do like. Well, I mean, I just explained to him how to do all that. Right, if he'd like it like that, he can. But make sure they weren't screwed up when you set it, though.
Correct. That's my point.
Yeah, unless because it's on. Turn the compressor off. Maybe turn the compressor off first. See if that does for you, and then do the bass mid, the little gimmick I just told you to try. Either way, it's a lot of fun. We do it all the time.
Yeah, play with it.
Yeah, we typically run it about 3 times when we're done before we get it exactly the way we want it.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So here we go.
I think the first few models will be here early fall this year. So not too much longer for the ARC series. There you go. He actually answered the question. What a guy.
See?
What a guy. Thanks. I bought the RS and ARC series amps. But when I was talking to my local shop, they said ARC coaxials were sold out, and I was looking to use for rear fill. I hate it when that happens.
Sold out. It's crazy.
Sold out. Such a sellout. Just kidding. Anyways. Hey, guys, remember, if you're interested in picking up an electrical RTA so you can see what the hell is going on with your stereo, example, that Hyundai, if you wanted to know what it looks like, what that signal is coming into the key before you're trying to amplify it to see if you needed a key lock, that would be done using the IRTA2. That's its sole purpose in life, is to see what the electrical signal looks like so that you can then figure out what you need to do to correct it. It's on sale right now for $25 off when you use the coupon code HOT. That is a coupon code HOT. You can do all kinds of things. You can literally grab the front 2 channels and see exactly what is happening. Is there delay? Is there an all-pass filter? What kind of equalization? Stack them on top of one another. If you have to do summing, you can use it to see what it's going to look like. So there's tons of stuff you can do to see what is going on in your car's electrical output. It's so fantastic. I know. And this is the only sale, guys. This is a once-a-year sale happening now. So take advantage of that. Use coupon code HOT, dnftooldraw.com. We'd like to thank all our sponsors for helping us out tonight. We'd like to thank you, the fans.
Yes.
We don't call you fans. We call you friends. We'd like to thank all our friends here that asked us questions tonight. Hopefully we got yours. If we didn't, which happens, it just happens, make sure to tune in on Monday.
6:30.
Or follow us on Instagram and you can see what is going on. And like I said, at the top of the show, beginning, don't forget, I know you guys want to see what's happening this SC400 of Paul's sons. Hopefully it's going to work great. And now that we've got it to start and all the other fun things. So we'll be finishing up. I'll show you what this looks like on Monday. Have a great weekend. If you're not already having one. Hey, remember the Olympics are on right now.
Okay. They measure it with an IRTA too.
We got to hook the Olympics up to this TV so we can pretend like we care. Apparently there's a girls' soccer game on tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah, I was told.
Yes.
So we can't do anything between like 3 and probably 6.
I want to watch the swimming.
You just want to see girls in bathing suits.
Dude, like, what's her name?
I think I let one swear out. I think there's like one swear.
She has 11 medals.
Woke show. This is not a woke show. You're funny. Peace out, homies. All right, listen. Hey, you guys have... Oh, they're talking about the Olympics. It's the Olympics. Who cares? I mean, just let them have their fun.
You don't care about that.
I know. Anyways, you guys have a great weekend. We'll see you back here Monday. Bye.
Commercials are